Being a Forest fan is not easy. Welcome to the player ratings as it finishes Nottingham Forest 2, Everton 2. Good morning, good evening, or good night, wherever in the world you are, whatever time of day you're watching this. Hope you're well and welcome to the player ratings where it finished Nottingham Forest 2, Everton 2. And where do we start? Where do we start? I mean, Everton are one of the worst teams we've seen. I feel like I've said that about so many teams this season. And yet Cooper still goes out and plays his Houghton football with low block City. You could tell from the team lineup that he wanted to keep things tight. And to me, it seemed like he wanted to get to like halftime at 0-0 and then reassess it in the second half. Well, that plan went out the window when Shelvey decides to give away a penalty. Even I, with my Forest goggles, can't turn that one around and say it wasn't a penalty. It was a stone waller. But that woke us up. And we had to come out of our shell and had to play forward-thinking football. And that's what got us back in with Jono, who is fantastic all match, to be honest. A real coming of age for me on this match. He dragged the team over the line. But then we go and give away another suicidal goal. Everton take back the lead. And I'm telling you, it felt after that we weren't getting back into it. It was just horrible football to watch at times. It really was. And then credit to Cooper. He changed to the 4-2-3-1, which he should have been playing against a crap team like Everton. And the key for me was he took Freuler off. The pace of the game changed so much once Freuler came off. And you could tell Everton were nervous and they wanted to crack. I felt at the end we could have gone on to win it. But it just shows you the mentality is so negative, and I'm so sick of the negativity in terms of the tactics. If we had started with the team that finished, we would have won that game way too comfortably. Way more comfortably. We really did. So for me, Cooper got the changes right when he did them in the second half, but the team was horrific to start with the selection. Where's Scarpa? Where's Danilo? Has Scarpa just been given Barde's goddamn locker and told him you're in the ghost seat there? Look, it's hard, isn't it? It's hard because you're happy that we didn't lose. But there's so much riding on this game. We could have been 7 points clear. So, 50 minutes into the game, I'll take it. But my God, man. Anyway, let's get into the player rating. So we are going to try it as a members only player rating this week. In fact, it's going to be quite fun. If you want to get involved, it's going to be Wolverine versus members. I've pinned the link to the chat. If you remember, get your vote in and let's see how good the votes look. Members, the link for the voting is in the community tab. Just go and click on the members tab there. You'll see it. And if you want to get involved and become a member, it's only 99p. Hit that link at the top there. But yeah, it's hard. I don't know if I can describe how I'm feeling. I'm happy we didn't lose, but we really, really should have been beating that team. We really should have. Ah, man. Okay, let's get started, guys, and let's get into this. So, members, get your votes in. I see that you've been voting away. Let's see how accurate all the votes are and how far off each other we end up being. So, let's bring it up, and we'll start with Navas. I mean, look, here's the thing, right? If the game had finished 2-1, every single player would be getting a 1 apart from Jono, who was just brilliant. And Yates as well. Yates coming on, drove that midfield forward. He really did. If you're not a member, though, and you just want to play along, get your scores in the chat. We'll shout a few of those out as well. But look, let's start with the players and let's go through them. For me, Navas didn't do much wrong. I didn't notice anything that annoyed me about him. I think he was okay. Could he have done much about the goals? The first one was a penalty, obviously. He dove the wrong way. That's always 50-50. In terms of the second one, that Decora, Worrell, man, seriously. In terms of the second one, I don't think he could have done anything wrong. I think with Navas, I'm going to give him like a 6.5 for me. 6.5 for Keylor Navas. For me, 6.5. Members, get your votes in. We'll have a look at what you're saying in a second. Lots of 7s and 6s from you guys in the chat. JP saying they did show great fight in fairness. Yeah, but I get that. And it's good to see the fight. But if we had started with a stronger, less negative team, we would have steamrolled them, man. We really would have. It's just, anyway, let's get into the ratings. So I've gone for a 6.5. What say you guys as members? How close are you to me? 46 of the members have voted already, and they've gone for a 6. Okay, we're not a million miles off. Me and my members, we know the deal. We know the deal. All right, let me get these scores up as we go. What did I say? I said 6.5. Boom. Members, you have gone for a 6 on the nose. Okay. And then we move on to Aurier. Let me just sort the pictures out. Yeah, where is he? Where is our beloved Serge? Serge, look, night and day better than what's his face? Than Williams. I feel less nervous with him. He was really fiery today, though, wasn't he? He was like, I was worried at some stages he was going to get a red card or something. But look, I'll take a fiery Serge over Nico Williams any day of the week. I thought he was good. I thought he was feisty. I thought he actually showed some passion. I'm going to give him... Let me think. Was he at fault for the first goal? No. Was he at fault for the second one? That was the cross that came in. No. I think somewhere around... Yeah, I'm thinking a 7 for Serge. Serge was good. I'll give him a 7 on the nose for me. Let's go with a 7 for Serge. What are you guys in the chat saying? A few 6s and 7s as well in there. No more Colback, says Tommy. Oh, we'll get on to him, don't worry. I've gone for a 7. What have my members gone for? What have the lovely members gone for? They've gone for 6.4. Okay, not as high as me. Not as high as me. But 6.4. Is that a little harsh, guys? Maybe, you know, did he do anything apart from worry you with his feistiness throughout that game? I mean, what I will say is, compare him to the backup we had, which would have been Nico Williams, and I know who I'd rather have. Yeah, he's not fully fit, I agree, and nor is Lodi Tommy, but I'd still have a non-fully fit Serge over a fully fit Nico Williams, in my opinion. Just saying. Just because of his poor cross, yeah, his crossings weren't hitting the mark, were they? Chat is feeling harsh today, and I agree, to be honest. I have no problem with marking them harshly. Look, this result is more relief. There's still anger in me. Don't get me wrong. Smithy, you're right, Niakate back soon. Because I gotta say, we'll get on to them now. The centre-backs, both of them, I thought were not good. I thought there was little mistakes in there that could have cost us. So let's move on to the centre-backs, and let's bring up even Worrell. He's just not. Look, the quicker Niakate is put back into the team. Again, I know we have to put him with kid gloves on and everything like that, but I'd still take a semi-fit Niakate over a fully fit Worrell. I just feel shaky, man. I feel he was at fault for that second goal because he kind of committed into going getting the header, missed it completely, then forced Freuler behind him into taking drastic action, which he can do. Freuler was just like flapping with his arms. It's like a T-Rex, man, trying to get near Decore, and it was just poor. So I don't know what to give him, man. Look, we got away with it, didn't we? But I think it's a 5 for me for Worrell. I think it's a 5. And Niakate, Musa, my brother, if you're watching, we need you, man. We need you badly. Size in the chat is saying for the penalty, I don't get why we didn't clear it. Was there? I didn't see the build up to the penalty. A lot of people in the chat was saying that that Colback made a terrible clearance or something. While I'm having a quick sip, guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Are you liking this Wolverine versus members setup? Let me know how you're feeling about it. If you want to get involved, membership's only 99p. Just click on the pinned link in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We're now well over 9,400. Thank you all for subscribing. I love you all. And let's get on with it and see what you guys have said for Worrell. Are you guys ready? I've gone 5. You guys have gone... Oh, identical. Even to the decimal point. Even to the decimal point. Simon's saying members only is good. I'm happy to do it either way. I mean, members will always get the priority, obviously, because we love you members. But yeah, if you guys want to do it like that, maybe we'll throw in like every couple of games, we'll open it up to everyone. What we will do, for those of you who are not members, we'll do the man of the match together. We'll have some fun with the man of the match. We'll do it in a voting system as normal. So I've gone for a 5 for Worrell. You guys, the members, have gone for a 5 as well. I still don't know how I feel about this, man. I still... Let them all in. Let them all in. What are you guys saying in the chat? Let's catch up with a couple of comments. Stoney saying Colback for Yates and our midfield gets 10 times better. I mean, Stoney for Colback and our midfield would get 10 times better. Colback looked like he had just quantum leaped into the match like Sam Beckett. Let them all in, says Stritan. And Henry saying members only is good because there are some melts out there from other clubs too. Yeah, they do like to troll it, don't they? Make 2 votes, 1 member and 1 non-member. Bloody hell, man. How much, do you know how much it costs just to get this member one to work? Dave giving him a 5. I feel we gave away 2 points. I agree. Love was but he's so wonky at the moment, says Stoney. Some can't be members due to private circumstances. That's fine, Michael. That's fine. I'm not forcing anyone, nor will I ever force anyone to be members. But just to avoid some of the trolls we've had over the last few scores, I wanted to test it out today. We'll see how it goes. If you all want it to be open to the free seaters as well, we can do that. This is your channel. We go with how you guys feel. Okay, let's move on to Felipe. I thought that was his rockiest game so far this season. That one moment where he sent that ball back to Navas, that got me on the edge of my seat. I was really, really worried. I don't think he was a man of the match performance for me. I think he has... There was just some ropey moments, man. There was some ropey moments. I think he didn't make any huge mistakes. The one that sticks out is that Navas moment. I'm going to give him a 6. I'm going to give him a 6. For me, his standards are higher that I mark him against than Worrell, and I would have expected a more solid performance. For me, it's a 6. It's a straight 6. Not even point anything. It's just a 6. What are you guys saying? Lots of 6s in there. Tom saying a 7, better than Wazza for sure, and best centre-back we got. I do agree with that. Worrell and Shelvey were having a who can kick it furthest competition, and then Felipe joined in. Do you know what, Keith? You're spot on. This long ball FC, man. This goddamn long ball FC. Mark, how are you, buddy? I saw your message earlier. Linda loves him. I'll bet she does, yeah. While we're rubbing off on Felipe, says James, and I do agree with that. I don't think he was that great on the ball, Owen, because he was getting a bit into punt FC as well. But I've gone for a 6. What have you guys gone for? The members, what have you gone for? You gone for a 6.7. Okay, maybe I'm a little harsh. I'll trust the members, but I've gone for a 6. Like I said, I put him at a higher standard of marking than I give Worrell. You know what I'm saying? But okay, 6.7, fair enough. How are you guys loving this double board and the whole new setup? I hope you enjoyed the watch along. Many hours, many pounds, many sleepless nights was spent on it. It's going to look fantastic. It's going to look fantastic on the Saturday match as well, because we'll have all the live scores coming in and everything. He's got CNN, says Jonathan. Niakate and Felipe, 1 solid defender and 1 pacey defender. That's what I'm looking forward to as well. Shanghai, how are you, buddy? Kev, good to see you in there. He's giving him a 6. Felipe drove the ball forward a lot in the second half. He did. But overall, there was a lot of long ball FC, and Worrell, him, and Shelvey were the big instigators for me of it. Okay, let's move on. We could argue these all day, but if you want to argue it with facts, then get your votes in, especially if you're a member. If you want to be a member, just hit that member button that's pinned to the chat. Okay, who's next? Gotta love this guy. Congratulations on his recall, everyone, to the Brazilian squad. Lodi, we got to sign him, haven't we? We've got to sign him. Navas is long ball FC. Yeah, Turbo, he is a bit of that as well. Mark saying, love it, just join the family. In it, man, join the family, join in to all the members. Oh, there's some decent scores coming from you guys from Lodi. Look, I thought he was a lot better in the second half. Remember, this is a guy who's playing not fully fit. So I thought he was really good. I think I feel so much more comfortable. I feel so much more comfortable when the ball is being attacked down our left-hand side than when it's down our right-hand side. I really do. I think he was pretty good today. Was he better than Aurier? Probably about on par. Henry's saying Lodi is nowhere near a Premier League fullback. He's too soft. Really? Really? Guys, do you agree with that? I don't agree with that. I'm just going to match him with Aurier. I think that's a little harsh, but as we always say on here, everyone is entitled to their opinion. I'm going to give him a 7. I'm just going to match him with Aurier and give him a 7 from my end. I feel safe when he is on the ball. But what do you guys say? What do you guys say? Let's see what the what the members are saying. 6.8. Okay, not a million miles off. So by this standard, let's just get these scores on the board. What did I say again, guys? I said 7, didn't I? So I said 7. Okay. My God, if you guys could see, if I could put a camera here behind me and you guys see how many buttons I got to press left, right, and center. This is crazy. All right, 6.8 from the members. So let's just have a quick moment and recap on what we've said defensively. So I thought Navas was better than you guys thought. I thought Aurier was better than you guys thought. We exactly agree on Worrell. You guys thought Felipe was better than what I thought. And we're not a million miles off on Lodi. So overall, you guys went 6 Navas, 6.4 Aurier, 5 for Worrell, 6.7 for Felipe, and a 6.8 for Lodi. So overall, I would probably have to say you guys are probably right. I mean, we did concede 2 goals, didn't we? I think I've probably marked that more in relief than anything. 6.8 says, how, Henri? Turbo saying his passing was poor, but so was everyone else. Oh, the passing was atrocious, full stop. Dave saying Cooper saved the game. Cooper nearly ruined the game before he saved it. Martin saying Lodi reminds me of Ashley Cole. He does a bit, actually. He does. No Scarpa put on bench, unforgivable. I'm still furious, says Tommy. We'll get on to Cooper in a bit. Brainy saying, just wish we weren't so negative at home because Lodi would be awesome. That was the other thing. When Lodi released up the pitch, he was fantastic, wasn't he? He really was good going up the pitch. Okay, let's get into the midfield, man. The midfield for me was real issue central at the moment. But before we do, guys, let me have a quick like check here. We've got 52 likes. We've got nearly 300 of you in here. Please don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. Welcome to Forest Fan TV, where we just keep trying to give things back to you guys and making them as interactive as possible. So I really hope you're enjoying the stream so far. Let's get on to Freuler. Freuler, the one who always splits the fan opinions. I'm sorry, but I thought he was crap today. I thought he was bad. I feel that the defining moment of that game was when he got subbed off and the game sped up. The passes were quicker, not as sideways or backwards as they were. And he was really weak. Now, it was partially Worrell's fault on the second goal, but he was really weak trying to cover Decore. And I just think that was probably one of his worst performances. Now, I still like the guy, but in terms of, for me, this is the thing. Freuler and Shelvey are similar style players. And out of the two of them, I would say Shelvey is the better player, apart from his long ball FCs today. But I wouldn't play them both. I don't know if that makes sense. You kind of put in, they're both quite slow. They both like to try and pass the ball. And I would rather have Shelvey there. Look, I would go what he did in the second half with the subs. The 4-2-3-1 worked because you had Shelvey who could hold, and you had Yates who was box to box in it, which was quite a nice balance, I thought. So, but for me, going back to Freuler, I thought he was terrible in the game. His passing was poor. His strength was poor on the second goal. He is partially responsible for that. I think he slows the play of the game down with just like, he does these neat little passes. But they're either sideways or backwards. This is the problem. We're not getting that transition forward with him in the team. So for me, I'm going to give him a 4. I really did think you could tell that the game changed once he came off. So for me, for Freuler, I'm sorry. I know Keith's going to get really upset with me, but he's a 4 for me. He is. What do you guys say? Yeah, Keith, you cover those ears, mate. You cover those ears. Okay, let's see what you guys said. I've gone for a 4. You're not far off me. You're on a 4.9. Keep those votes coming in. They all add up. It doesn't matter if you're doing it late or joining in. If you're watching this later, get your votes in as well. What's Jonathan said that you're all saying he's right on? What pearls of wisdom have you said? I'm done with Freuler. Okay, that's Jonathan's pearls of wisdom there. 4 harsh, but yes, it changed dramatically. Agreed. I watched the game back. Look how weak he was on the second goal. And sometimes when I watch the game back, I specifically watch it just looking at Freuler, and it's just like not much happens that isn't going backwards or sideways with him. So maybe I'm a little too harsh. I mean, you guys have gone slightly higher with a 4.9, but it is what it is. All right, let's update your score. Get it up there. If you're enjoying the new setup, let me know by hitting the like button. Let me know in the comments what you think of it. And let me know what changes you guys want. Please do subscribe, hit that like button. And let's move on from Freuler. And let's talk about Shelvey. Now, I'm going to contradict myself here. Well, I will in a second once I get all my crap sorted. Okay, where is he? I definitely added him in here, man. I know I did. Where are you, mate? Where are you? I surely can't miss that shiny head. Where are you? Oh, I added him in! No, that's Yates. That's Freuler. That's Dennis. That's not him. That's Surridge. The man, the myth, the legend. Where are you, Volta? Oh, I'll just manually do it. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Bear with me. There he is. Okay. I've got to say, with him today, he was playing too much long ball FC. I don't understand why we can't just have players who just like pass the ball in the midfield. Now, he did what he did. He was picking the ball up in the right places, but he just wasn't like doing anything but punting the ball down the wing. Is that instructions from the manager on him, or is that how he actually plays? Is he a long ball player? I don't know. His crosses were alright. I agree with what Oscar was saying, but it's just like I've expected more from him, especially the way the Newcastle fans have bigged him up. I was expecting a little bit more. He looked way better when he was paired up with Yatesy in the second half, but I think he's partly being done by Cooper telling them to long ball it, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I'm going to give him a 5. I just didn't like the amount of long balls that were going forward, so I'm going to give him a 5. That's what I think. Whether or not you guys agree, well, you have the chance to let me know with your votes. So let's get into your votes and see what you guys said. 5.5 for Shelvey. Okay, we are not far off. You guys are a little more generous than me at the moment with these scores, but okay, fine. Let's get them up and on the board. Come on. I'm getting hungry again. All right, so I went 5 and you guys went, what did you go? 5.5. Okay. Non-members, which of those two scores would you go closer with? The 5 or the 5.5 for Shelvey? Maybe a 5 is a little harsh. It's just the long ball FC-ness of him that was doing my head in. Brady's saying Shelvey average, gave ball away. Too many Hollywood passes. I kind of agree with that. Jake says have to dock him for giving away the penalty. Yes, the penalty. Good spot, Jake. That was a poor challenge, man. Poor challenge. 5 is more correct then. 5 is definitely correct. Simon saying players should play their own game when Cooper's tactics fail. Both are wrong, says Matt. He's giving him a 3. I know the pen was early in the game, but what the fuck? Martin's saying it all looks good, Wolfie. Getting very professional, getting in Nottingham now and then to do a Forest now and then. Yeah, it's all coming together. It's all coming together. Jonathan's saying Colback and Freuler are too static, hence the long ball. Yeah, that is probably another good point. That is another good point because in the midfield, you need some movement, man. Movement across that line. I mean, Colback's got no pace, Freuler's got no pace, and Shelvey's got no pace. And, you know, the most energetic one out of those three, I'd probably say is Colback, but Colback was crap. Anyway, let's get on. Well, it is Colback next. Now, we'll talk about why he was selected when we get to Cooper in a little minute. But I'm sorry, man, he's not a starter. I don't know how many times I got to say it. I don't know how many times I got to defend my own honor on it. But surely people are going to start agreeing with me soon. I will say it again. I don't mind him as a closer, but as a starter, big fat no for me. He hasn't got the legs to get to the end of the game. He's just not Premier League level is my thing with him. What's his name again? Colback. Let me get all my sheets ready and everything. Okay. Look, he was giving away a lot of fouls, but was he any worse than Freuler? No, I'd probably say he was a bit better than Freuler. I don't know. I don't know what to give him. It's like, I can't win with anything I give him anyway. You know, say, oh, you hate him and all this crap. I'm going to put him in between Freuler and Shelvey. I'm going to give him a 4.5. I don't think he was bad as Freuler. This is how my brain is working right now. Wasn't as bad as Freuler and wasn't as good as Shelvey, which makes him a 4.5 for me. That's how I'm basing the maths on. I will still, to my last dying breath, say he is not a starter. No, he comes on if we're 1-0 up with 10, 15 minutes to go and he just holds out. That's what he should be used for. For me, outside of that, no. But that's my thoughts. My brain is working. Every now and again, the cog ticks over, Nusty. Every now and again. All right, you guys have gone 4.7. 4.7 on Colback. If you're not a member and you want to get involved, remember the link is pinned in the chat above. If you are a member, just go into the community tab, click the link and get your votes in. They still all count. As Project Exile has subscribed to the channel, thank you so much, buddy, for subscribing. Really do appreciate it. Okay, so you guys are going, whoa, let me fill the scores in. What did I say? I can't remember. I said in the middle, didn't I? 4.5. Okay, I think that's quite fair of me. 4.5. And we're not a million miles off. We're not a million miles off. You guys said 4.7. All right. So let's move on to MG Dub. He had an interesting game. He did. I think his first half was poor, and then I think he came to life in the second half. You know, when that head of steam was building up, my boy came to life. And he was decent. He was decent. But not his best game is what I would say. Got the assist for the his shot for the first goal was really good. That 1-2 with Wood, that's pretty much the only thing I saw Wood do all game. I think I'm going to give him a 7. I just feel he lost the ball quite a lot. He should have definitely had a foul for their second goal. I think I'm going to give him a 7. And then I'm going to take the abuse of MGW goggles. Not a great game for him, but a better second half. And you got to say, if anyone was going to help turn the game, I thought it would be him. So I'm going to give him a 7. I'm probably being too generous. I don't know. Let's see what you guys say. Please be somewhere near me. Matt D saying MGW behind the pace of the game. His first touch there was poor. 6, no more. Okay, that's mad, Wolverine. I'm just saying, man. Just members voting's working well. Tom saying 6, so signs of great play, but lost it a little. 6, lots of 6s. Okay. Wolfman, I guarantee you when you see the penalty again, you will see how generous you've been to Colback. I haven't seen it, Poe. Did he make... A lot of you were saying he made a mistake in the first half, in the build-up to the penalty. I didn't see it. My God. Don't worry. I'll be watching it for the in-depth analysis for tomorrow. Oh my God, I got to do that as well. All right, you guys have gone 6.5 for MGW. You guys are harsh, man. You guys are. This guy is our main man, our best player. You guys are harsh on him. I'm sticking with my 7. I'm sticking with my 7. Screw the members. How dare you? How dare you mark him below a 7? Seriously. Members are trolling. 4.7 for Colback. Did he really mess up? Henry, it was a penalty, man. It was a penalty. I'm sorry. I never agreed to penalties, but it was a penalty. I don't know how some of you can say it wasn't. He clipped him. He clearly clipped him. Anyway, let's move on. Because I'm getting hungry. Okay, let's talk about the coming of age. For me, this was a day, a moment. Mark the calendar down. 5th of the 3rd. Oh my God, 5th of the 3rd. It's my dad's birthday tomorrow. He was brilliant. He was involved in the game pretty much throughout. And he carried the team in the second half. And it just fills you with such great pride when you see him developing. You know, he was just brilliant. We calling the stream therapy stream or celebration stream? There's a therapy celebration stream, innit? I just think, look, the confidence he's got. He's not very good on his left foot, yeah? But that finish on his left foot was fantastic. He finesses it into the corner. It was beautiful. I just feel he drove it forward. And by the way, Godfrey is a goddamn, I was going to say something, butthole there. Because he was absolutely abusing Jono, man. Someone should have called freaking child services. You want an updated one? Yeah, I want him to go back to look, the only thing I'd mark Jono down for is a celebration. I missed the arrow. Where's the arrow gone? Why can't we see the arrow anymore? But I'm sorry, but Godfrey was just like nasty and Jono kept fighting back. He's showing a bit of resilience and a bit of strength. And, you know, he scored a hat-trick against Everton this season, technically. I'm going to give Jono. Is that too high? I agree, Mickey. He saved us. He could have had a hat-trick. I mean, that shot where he swept it in, you know, it was... that's too low, Simon say. I love him. I've always backed him. I still don't want to rush him. I don't want to overhype him. I'm not going to I promise you guys I won't. I might do this week. I might overhype him a little bit. But I don't want to let us get ahead. Look, the reason I say that is because how many times have you seen, especially like young English players, I know he's Welsh, but you see it so many times over the year, English players about to come through and then they get really hyped up in the media and suddenly they get crap and disappear, yeah? You are allowed fraction values. Oh, no, you're not. Yeah, but it's tough luck, Chuck. You can't get everything you want. I just think this was the coming of age match, but let's not overhype him so we don't put pressure on him, right? That's what I'm saying. So I'm going 9.5. Am I too high? 8.7. Open it up to all the guys in the free seats. 8.7. You guys are harsh, man. You guys are harsh. Nah. Yo, non-members, are the members being harsh with an 8.7? Are they being harsh with an 8.7? Does Jono watch this or something? I don't know, man. I doubt any player watches this. He shouldn't play for Wales. I reckon he'd get into the England. No, I'm not going to hype him. Max 8 says Henry for Jono. No one should be getting 9 or 10 without 2 goals or more. Newsflash, man, he scored 2 goals. He saved us. Look, whatever you think about he gave fouls away or whatever, he saved the game. Facts. That's literal facts. He saved the games. Adam gave him a 9. Longhead went 9. Bolly went crazy and went 20. 8.7 is fair. I don't know. You guys are a little harsh. Look, I think, okay, I do have a little bit of Jono goggles. I know I've been a bit critical of him a few weeks back. But that doesn't, being critical of someone doesn't stop you loving them. I'm critical to my kids a lot. Doesn't mean I don't love them. Well, they probably would argue otherwise. All right, well, you guys got an 8.7. You guys, we're going members and non-members next week. That one hurt. That one hurt to see that. Jono's going to get sold to Liverpool. He ain't going nowhere, man. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. You said 2 or more, didn't you? You said 2 or more. Don't try and redact. Have you gone and edited your comment as well? Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Oh God, words. Christopher Woods. What's there left to say about Wood that hasn't already been said? You know what cracks me up? I still laugh. I laughed when there was people sending me messages after he scored the 2-yarder worldie against Man City, saying, you need to apologize. A goal doesn't make a player. Yeah, it's what he can. Obviously, goals are important. But man, come on, seriously? Seriously, a 2-yarder? I mean, he played well for 10 minutes, but I'm judging a player on everything he's done. I still can't believe we got robbed by Newcastle of 19 million from him. The one thing he did today was lay off the ball well for MG Dub. So he kind of got the assist of the assist. That scores him a couple of points. It was the pace of the layoff was good. But honestly, guys, I didn't notice him. Did anyone notice him outside of that? I don't know. What are you guys saying? Wood is a striker at least. Wood is stealing Freuler's ghost spot. He is. He's the attacking version of Freuler. I think that's a really good comparison. Yeah, and he doesn't win headers. I'm giving him a 3. And he's only getting a 3 because of that layoff was actually a good layoff. I'm going to go 3.1. I'll just token 0.1. So it wasn't 17 million, Nasty. It was 19 million. I'm going 3.1. I still think we play a false 9 until Iwoni comes back. And you guys know how much I hate a false 9. But that's how little I rate this guy. Anyway, what did you guys say? 3.7. A little generous, I would say. You guys must have really, really liked that layoff that he did to give him a 3.7. Honestly, guys, what else did he do? Maybe I missed something. I don't know. But okay, you got 3.7. Fair enough. Okay, so that's the starting lineup. I don't really want to spend time talking about Wood. It's just depressing. Let's see what the subs were. Now, what I gotta say is it took way too long. It's his best game and he gave him a 3. It took Cooper way too long to make any changes, in my own personal opinion. It wasn't until the 70th minute where we saw a change. But the first person that came on was Yates, and he came on, he brought that energy. The formation changed. Like, it was like a double change, wasn't it? Well, it was a triple change, but you get what I mean. Like, by taking Freuler off and Colback off, the slow coaches, he came on and he was fantastic. Got the assist on the second goal, drove the game forward. It was his kind of game, wasn't it? I remember when he came on. Actually, he came on as a sub in the Everton away match, and he had a similar impact. I thought he was really good, man. Really good. I'm gonna give him an 8. A real good, and that's high. Remember, sub rule, they started at a 5. I'm saying an 8 for him. The energy was good. The link up with Jono for the second goal was fantastic. I'm giving him an 8 out of 10. But what do the members think is the question. What? We've got some trolly members. Have we got some trolly members? Nah, that's low, member. Come on, members. I expect better from you there. I expect better. Non-members. Is that harsh? Is that harsh? Sub-roll Wolverine. Well, we could do a sub-roll. 6.7 is low. You gave an 8. Okay, who scored him low? Because obviously some members did. Now all the members are claiming they scored him an 8. We do start at 5 for subs. You're right, Sratan. But I thought the thing is with the sub, that if they make an impact, that's where they score well. You gave him some 7s. I think you guys are way harsh there, man. 6.74. Who's adding these up? I do see a lot of 8s, yeah, Red Nasty, but they're all saying 8 now, innit? They've been outed. The members have been outed. My God, Michael's gone for 8.7. Like, that's very specific. It ain't playing up, Mark. Don't try and turn this on my equipment, man. This has cost me a crap load of money. It's working. It's working. Look at that. All right, come on. Stop lying. Yeah, exactly, Chris. Call these members out. Because obviously, if you're all saying 8, yeah. By the way, where are all the other members voting? They're probably at the match, aren't they? We've got like over 300 members. It's crazy. No one try and blame the equipment. The blame goes on you members. 6.74. Unreal. I thought he was fantastic. 6.74. I'm speechless. I am actually speechless. There's my score, guys. There's my honest score. You know, I gave him a nice solid 8. Now this is where it will get interesting. Let's move it on. I've checked the scores. The scores are all verified. Let's move it on. I'm disappointed in my members. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little disappointed. Well, I'd say more than a little disappointed. I'm a lot disappointed, especially as they're all lying away there in the chat now. They're all lying away saying they all gave him an 8. Drinks break. Please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content. You guys are such liars. Mark saying he gave him an 8. Nasty claiming a fix. Red Dog saying 7 was fair. I mean, 7 I would have been okay. Fine, you used the sub rule. I get it. Anyway, let's go on to Dennis. Really good, really energetic. Could have passed the ball a couple of times. Had a nice little wavy run down the wing, didn't he, where he crossed it in. I like Dennis. Linz, you're not getting a recount because you're all liars. I'm going to give Dennis we'll play the sub rule here, a 5. I thought he came on and impacted the game positively. I'm going to give Emmanuel Dennis a 6.2 out of 10. 6.2 for me for Dennis. I thought he was good. And I'm using the sub rule. Maybe a 6. Maybe a 6 more than the thing. I love how you guys are learning the sub rule. Look, the other thing with Dennis is he's not been given a chance. There's a lot of the fan base that have turned on him. Yeah. And I think give him a run in the game. In a 4-2-3-1, he works beautifully for it. I'm giving him a 6.2 with the sub rule. You guys have got agendas. My members have agendas with Dennis. Agendas. That's it. Next week, we're opening it back up. Members, you have been found out. You were the ones who were trolling the scores last week. It was you guys. You are right, Chucker. It's not that far. Dennis Fan TV. Dennis' agenda is awful. There's a lot of agendas here. I'm just going to say, I love being able to accuse people of agendas, man. It's usually the other way around. I love this. I love this voting system. I get to blame you guys. It's fantastic. Scarpa ahead of Dennis all day, every day. I agree, Matt, but you want to show me where Scarpa's name was on that sheet? I mean, we'll come on to Cooper in just a second. All right. Let's get the agenda FCs off my screen. Unbelievable. All right, what about IU, guys? What did you think of IU? Are you actually crazy that he was named on the bench ahead of the likes of Scarpa, Danilo? Fonzie saying, I'm not a fan of Dennis, but he did well. Fonzie's good to see you're putting your agenda hat off. Turbo saying, Dennis is creative and makes things happen whenever he gets the ball. Whether it's exactly Turbo, that's my point on him. You show me in that team where we've had creativity or someone who can dribble with the ball. I can name one player that isn't playing for his coach. Who? Brett says, does anyone have any idea where Danilo and Scarpa aren't being played? I'm looking into it. IU for me is unnoticeable. He had one shot, bit weak, but it got parried. If Jono hadn't slipped over, man. So that gives him a little notch above the sub rule 5. I'm going to give him a 5.5. I just think, look, with IU, I'm going to be straight with you guys. IU is Favourites FC. It's like the old flame Favourites FC. Cooper's hooked up with an ex-girlfriend kind of thing, and he's still hoping for that passion and that chemistry, you know. And then he realizes, then hopefully what's going to happen in the next week or two, he's going to remember why they broke up in the first place. You know what I'm saying? I'm being generous with the 5.5 because he had a shot, and that's all I remember of him. What did you guys give him? A 5. All right, you've redeemed yourself. You've gone for the sub rule. Tricky Mickey saying IU3 not good enough for the Prem. I do agree. Keith saying I liked him today. Yeah, but Keith, you probably gave Freuler man of the match, didn't you? It's too cold for the Brazilians, says Mark. Yeah. Red Dog saying the lack of Scarpa action is depressing. I mean, not even on the bench, man. I mean, what the actual hell? Too high. He's so slow. He is slow. Look, I'm just saying Cooper will hopefully realize that the old flame isn't what it should be. And that was actually the last of the subs, wasn't it? We didn't make any more after that. So let's get into talking about Coops. This should be interesting. I'm straight up marking him down for the team selection. I'm sorry, that team selection was so bad. That midfield was terrible. And it's just poor. Just saw someone saying Arsenal, City and Liverpool want Johnson. They can't have him. The team was too negative. His tactics are too negative. And we're at home. There's no hiding behind the excuse of, oh, we're away or whatever. This is at home against an Everton team that are in the relegation zone. Why can't he be more assertive? Like, them scoring caused us to play football, and we looked better for that 10-minute period where we scored our first goal. It's just too defensive. It was the fact that they scored that forced us to become more creative and attacking. And shock horror, look, when we play attacking progressive football, what can happen? What I will say is where he did redeem himself was the change into the 4-2-3-1. Thank you. And bringing Freuler off and bringing Colback off. So he redeemed his mistake. So clearly he understood he'd made a mistake with there. The thing is, it took till the 70th minute. Now, I think had that decision been made at the 50th or 60th minute, we would have seen Forest maybe go on and win that game. Had we gone with the team that finished at the start of the match, we would have won that game comfortably. That's the thing that's frustrated me about this match. That's what's frustrated me, man. It's worrying. We've got Spurs and Newcastle next. It's worrying. It really is. I'm giving Cooper a 3. I thought team selection poor. 3.5. He redeemed it with the substitutions, but I'm sorry. That's Everton and West Ham, both who were 18th when we faced them. Lost to West Ham, sorry. Tonked, should I say, by West Ham. And then against a crap Everton team who have only scored 2 goals twice, and I don't think they have scored 2 goals away from home all season. I'm going 3.5 with Cooper. Said my piece. There it is. Chat, members, sorry, you've gone for a 4.4 with Cooper. So I think we're not a million miles off. I think maybe we're in agreement on the tactics and stuff. Well, let's read some of the comments out before we do the man of the match poll. Simon saying, feel we still don't know our best team yet and running out of time. Good point. Red Dog saying this season Cooper's the opposite of Cooper last season. I agree, man. We should be fighting to stay up and not praying to do, and these tactics are the latter. 98 likes. Let's get those likes over 100, please, guys. I mean, I don't even know how many of you guys we got in here. Let's have a quick look. Let's name and shame you guys. We got over 250 in here, and we're now on 100 likes. Please don't forget to hit that like button. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Look at that. We're nearly at 9,500. It's crazy. It's crazy what you guys have done to this channel in 6 months. Okay, so you've gone for Cooper with 4.5. Let's get the man of the match done. Who are we going with? Who do you guys want? And this is for everyone, not just the members now. We remember everyone. So let's do this. Chat rating. Oh, where's my buttons? That's what I want. Okay, let's go for man of the match. Who are you guys going for? Well, according to your stats, we'll go on the members ones. You have put Jono in the hunt. I'm going to put Yates in there. Even though the members were horrible to him, I'm going to put Yates in there. But who else are we putting in there? You got, going by your ratings, you got really Aurier and Lodi. We'll go with those four. Let's do it. So, man of the match. Everyone get your votes in. Jono. Oh, well, MG Dub's up there, isn't it? I'm going to put Yates in. Let's add MG Dub. And we'll put Lodi in as the fourth choice. 6.5, 6.8. I'm just checking. No, Felipe scored higher than MG Dub for you guys. Okay, Felipe it is then. Okay, this surely should be the easiest man of the match. Get your votes in now. And we're up and running, and Jono runs into a straight 100% lead. With 37 people already voted, everyone has voted for Jono. 49, some people have voted for Yates. Here we go, 98% for Jono, 2% for Yates. Felipe on a big fat 0, Lodi on a 0. Jono on 97 now as Yatesy gets 3%. 2% to Felipe now. Felipe is up and running. Yatesy on 3% with 66 people having voted. Jono down to 95%, but it's surely too big a lead for anyone to come back. 71 voted now, 93 for Jono, 3% for Yatesy, and someone has taken pity on Lodi and put him up to 1%. Felipe on 4%, Yatesy on 3%, 92% for Jono. We are going into the final stretch, into the final furlong. Get your votes in. We are going to close this in about 10 seconds time as Jono goes down to 92%. Yatesy on 3, Felipe moves into second place, and Lodi with the token 1%. Here we go as they go over the final furlong. Jono in an unassailable lead as he goes across the finish line and finishes with 92% of the vote. Your man of the match, and it was a pretty easy one. I mean, there was some sympathy votes elsewhere. I can kind of understand the Yatesy one because I thought he was brilliant. But Jono, surely, clearly, unequivocally, man of the match. Hope you guys have enjoyed the player ratings. I hope you've enjoyed the new setup. I hope you're enjoying, well, the football wasn't that great, but it is what it is. Please don't forget to hit the like button before we part ways. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. We'll either be doing a stream tonight or tomorrow. It depends what time the boys get back from the match, and look out for the vlog. Please make sure you watch that. Give it a like. We have a huge celeb on the vlog. Oh, I can't wait to show you guys. It's fantastic. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go get some food, and I'll catch up with you guys either later on tonight or tomorrow. Come on, you Red.